Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Wars figure review. Today we're going to take a look at some vintage figures. Once again, these are slightly older vintage figures, not from the 70s and 80s, but rather from Hasbro's sort of first attempts at recreating modern figures on vintage card backs. The first two that I want to, well, the only two that I want to give you a look at are from the vintage Saga Collection from 2007, and I have both mint on card and loose samples to show you. First and foremost, I want to give a massive shout out to a good friend of mine and fellow YouTuber, Dan, who goes by the username LaughItUpFuzzball70. Dan is a fantastic guy, honestly. He is such a down-to-earth fella, great to chat to about Star Wars and life in general, and he has some absolutely fantastic videos on various original trilogy parts of his collection. He is mainly an original trilogy focused collector, and his collection really reflects that, but honestly he's got an absolutely superbly laid out collection and he's reviewed some great items, so I highly recommend that you check out his channel. So the first figure we're going to take a look at is this guy. This is Bossk, of course, from The Empire Strikes Back. Now, as I said, this is the one that Dan sent out. The loose sample that I'm going to show you is a figure that I've owned for a couple of years now. This is an absolutely phenomenal figure, and the packaging really reflects that. Really great layout, and obviously it's the typical vintage card. Like with the vintage Saga 2006 figures that I reviewed for you a couple of months ago, these figures did indeed come in plastic star cases back in the day. You can indeed buy star cases, but not sort of Star Wars cases, if you know what I mean. Obviously these have the Imperial and Rebel logos at the top, and obviously the big Star Wars logo on the back. You can't actually buy these in store, but what you can do is buy similar star cases that are produced by Protec. So that's just for those that are wondering about the star cases. I didn't actually buy these star cases for the figures. They did indeed come in them when the figures were released. So let's run through the packaging. First up we have the Empire Strikes Back logo at the top of the card, obviously, and of course Bossk's name tab underneath. Then we have an image of Bossk, as well as Bossk inside his plastic prison. Would have absolutely loved to have owned this figure at the time when I went to the Star Wars Fan Fun Day and got the autograph of the actor who played Bossk, Alan Harris. That would have been a great item to add to my collection. I'd have absolutely loved to have had a signed Bossk figure. I'll be heading up to the 2012 Star Wars Fan Fun Day, so with a bit of luck Alan will be there once again and he will be able to sign this figure for me. And then on the front of the star case you do indeed have the Saga Collection logo, and on the back of the packaging you have a very similar layout to the current vintage figures, where we have the original figure pictured, and then we also have a small paragraph about the collection, and then the rest of the figures pictured along the bottom. Dan was kind enough to send out two carded figures, and I'll give you a clue as to which one the next one I'll be reviewing is. It is actually on this, it is pictured here on the card back, but I'm not going to tell you which one it is. Obviously if you've been following me on Facebook you'll know which one it's going to be, but I'll keep you guys guessing who haven't. So there he is. There's Bossk inside his packaging. There you go, Dan. It'll be like that, mate. And stay tuned, mate, because I'm definitely going to do my best to return the favour at some point. So there we go. That is Bossk inside his packaging. And one thing I'm going to touch base on before I review the loose figure is the fact that, as you'll see, he does come with a blaster rifle, but unfortunately with the loose sample that I have, I've actually misplaced that. So yeah, I can't actually show you that. But there you go anyway. Sorry about the glare as well, it's very sunny today for a change. So there's the blaster rifle that is included with the figure. The one that I've actually started using with the figure, whoops, is what I've just dropped, and it's disappeared into my university bag. It hasn't, it's there. Is this one. This is the rifle from the Power of the Force Bossk figure, and Personally, I think that the figure holds it much better because, as you'll see from the strap at the back, it slings over the figure's arm. So, you know, the blaster that's included with the figure, he can't really grip it very well due to having really weird looking hands. So yeah, that is the best option, I would say, to replace that blaster with. So on to the loose figure itself. Here he is, and a fantastic figure he is. Absolutely love the head sculpt first and foremost. Incredibly accurate to the film. Absolutely love the reptilian texture to his head. He's also got that same texture applied to the hands, or the claws in this instance, and also to his feet. Very creepy and very cool. He's packed with articulation. He has a ball jointed neck, ball hinged shoulders, elbows and swivel forearms. He has a ball jointed torso, swivel hips, ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles, so he's pretty much super articulated. The one thing I don't like about the figure is the fact that this weird sort of neck brace accessory that is around his neck is very loose. It's not a sculpted piece, so it does tend to fall around quite a lot, and depending on the pose, you know, it can look really stupid. So perhaps not the best way of including that accessory. But as you'll see, the outfit that he's wearing obviously is trademark Bossk, but it's very similar to the outfits worn by various Cantina aliens and rebel pilots, obviously just a different colour and with various other attachments. You've got pipes and harnesses and all sorts running around this figure. And of course you've got a couple of the trademark emblems on his shoulders there. So I think I've just about covered everything with this guy. As I said, he's a fantastic figure and definitely one that I'd recommend tracking down if you don't own a Bossk figure yet. If you're on a budget and you're looking for a cheap option, then obviously I would suggest against paying the premiums on eBay for the vintage carded figures, but Hasbro was sensible enough to re-release this figure in 2010 as part of the Saga Legends line. So if you want a decent Bossk figure and you don't want to pay over the odds for it, Saga Legends is the way to go. So there he is, that's Bossk. Hope you've enjoyed this review, and once again a massive thanks goes out to Dan, also known as Laugh It Up Fuzzball 70, for sending out this awesome carded figure. So I'll be back with more reviews as soon as I can. Be sure to check out Dan's channel if you haven't already. I'll post a link in the video description. And until my next review, keep collecting, and as always, may the force be with you.